Thank you for jumping on with us for our Tri-State Trends podcast. I got my man Melech Davis with me. FFL Run with Wolves, brand new organization coming out of Houston, Texas. Just hit senior sales manager, crushing it. No stranger to sales, but recruitment sales and the ability to build a team, having a go at it, and looks like you're enjoying it, man. I mean, part of FFL Motion, Carlos Reynoso, these boys is coming up the rear. I like it. And I had to get you on here, man. You making noise, brother.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. How's it going, brother?
Everything's going good. Just taking everything in, enjoying it, learning from whoever I can pretty much, and using that and leveraging it.
I hear that. Let's do this thing, man. Let's take this journey, from where you were prior to this into how you found Family First Life. Could you tell us how that process took place?
Yeah, most definitely. I was in the car business, been in the car business for about 8 years, 8, 9 years. All like towards the end of me wanting to get out the car business, because I felt myself getting burnt out. So many different people was coming up to me telling me about the life insurance industry, but I didn't want no parts of it because I thought that, joining the life insurance industry, I thought it was for like old people.
Huh.
And I was like, man, I was like, I'm not joining no life insurance. I was like, I don't even hear people talking about they want life insurance. So I was like, I ain't doing that. But it was the weirdest thing. So many people, I probably had 5 people, different people come up to me while I was at work and just like, yeah, have you ever thought about getting in this? And like people that I work with was leaving, getting in the life insurance field. I'm like, man, this is the craziest thing. So I was on the phone with my business partner now that's in this as well. And I was on the phone with him, and he was in the industry with a practice company, and he was trying to get me in it. And I was telling him I didn't want to do it. Uh, but I told him, I was like, man, I don't want to go into my 30s doing what I was doing in my 20s, because I spent all my 20s in the car business, and I was about to turn 30. And I told him that.
Wild marker, age wise, and it's like there's so much psychologically that goes with it, and you said a lot in that little statement, but that's good. Keep going.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, so I told him that, and uh, the next day heading into work, I was running late because I stopped at a post office to mail off these shirts for my nonprofit. I was mailing off these shirts, and I stopped at the post office, and while I was leaving out, I held the door open for this one guy. He walked out, and there was another door, and he held it open for me. And I walked out of the door. I was like, appreciate it. He was like, anytime. And I was walking to my car. He was like, hey, can I talk to you real fast? And I stopped. I was like, yo, what's going on? He was like, man, don't go in your 30s doing what you was doing in your 20s.
Just like that.
Just swear to man, I thought this was the craziest thing ever. Like my body froze up. I had goosebumps and I stopped. And I asked him, I was like, what'd you just say? And he's like, no, nothing like that. And that caught me in that. And once he said that, I was like, man, and how I like asked him, I guess it was kind of like he thought it was a problem, but I was like real confused on why he said that. Like everything in me was like scared, froze up, and I was like, no, what'd you just say? He's like, no, it just told me to tell you don't go in your 30s doing what you're doing in your 20s. He's like, if you don't mind me asking, what you do right now? And I'm just sitting there just still staring at him.
Wow.
He's like, no, he's like, if it ain't a good time to talk, it's okay. I was like, nah. He's like, I was like, something you said just really just threw me off, man. I was like, but I work in at the car dealership down here. And he's like, man, if you give me an opportunity to, to talk with you, I have lunch with you, and I'll let you know what I do. And, I see if you would be interested. And he started showing me money in his bank account and stuff like that. The weirdest thing. And he's like, I don't know why I'm doing this. He's like, I don't know you from a can of paint, but it just owned me to show you this. And I still ain't know what he did until the next day I went and talked with him, and he let me know like he in the financial industry. And I was like, what is that? I was like, what, you like finance or something? What is that? And then he was like, I do life insurance. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that you said that, because I was like, so many people coming up to me, talking to me about, the life insurance industry and stuff like that. I just was talking to him, and then, I end up joining my partner that was in there. Well, he wasn't my partner at the time, uh, but he was, doing it. So I talked to him, and I end up joining him on it and stuff like that. So I end up ain't go with the guy that was talking to me because
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I need to be loyal in that situation because my boy was already in
Sure.
it. I was like, I'm gonna join his team because they was with the same company.
Got it.
But I'm glad it played out how it played out, and that's how I end up getting on board. But we left that practice company and came here.
Wow. How long ago was that?
That was in 2021,
Got it.
like August or something, or 21.
Okay, cool. And how long you been with FFL?
I've been with y'all since. No, I take that back. It was in 21 when I was with them, but it was like in May or something like that. May is when I got with them, but and then I joined FFL uh in no end of October, 21 to end of October
Got it.
is when I came to
Got
FFL.
got it. And how did y'all find us?
Yeah, I ended up finding it on social media because I knew I was over the practice company because it was like impossible to scale there. Uh, so I was looking for different ways. I was like, man, I know this industry could be good because I see the proof on everybody, on most people. I was like, but just not the right company. And then I start, seeing different posts from FFL, but I was kind of like, I don't know, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like, I was like, I don't know, but uh, then Carlos ended up inboxing me and he is, told me about FFL, and I was like, man, it's crazy. You wrote me because I already was like looking into y'all and stuff, and then I was like, let's jump on the phone and talk, and we got on the phone, and he was telling me more about it, and then I was like, he told me it was no contract. That's what stuck out because it wasn't captive. The other company was captive, and I
Mm.
didn't know anything about that. But once he told me that, I was like, you know, I don't have nothing to lose to get this a try. I'm like, I literally give up nothing by trying this, and I won't know if it worked if I don't try it. And that's when I came on board, and it was night and day,
Wow.
completely different from the other company.
What were the major differences for you?
The the freedom to actually run your own business, to be able to post what you want, market how you want, um, the ability to recruitment is not a requirement but is a major part if you want to grow in this business with FFL, but it's not like heavily pushed like, oh, you have to recruit to be able to keep this percentage or
Mm-hmm.
get paid this. I really like that a lot because a lot of people, when they come on board, a lot of people not people person where they don't know how to recruit. So I feel like allowing them to mature in this industry, eventually they will start doing it, as they get comfortable. But at the other place, it was like it was a must. Soon you come on board, you got to bring like 5 people with you. And it's like, man, I don't even know this business like this to try to pitch it to somebody. Like I don't even know. I just, you know, came on board, but that was like one of the main things. So, and it's crazy because when I came, like recruiting wasn't my main thing when I first came, but naturally by me being able to promote what I do how I want,
Right.
people start coming just
Right.
naturally because I didn't have like in a box and oh you only could talk about this, and this. I, so naturally people bought into what I was doing and not like a system,
Got it.
and I think that's a big thing.
That's huge, man. So just hit senior sales manager. How many agents do you have on your team?
It's 27 of us right now, and we have 11 people that's on boarding that already like completed their license. They just doing onboarding. Well, we waiting on contracts and stuff to come back.
That's huge.
Uh, so they are included. I didn't count them, but we wait on contracts and stuff
That's
to come
amazing.
back.
So y'all are actively recruiting. Talk to us about some of the techniques you're using to recruit and get people through the block selling. But what are you doing from a recruiting strategy standpoint?
Yeah, as far as recruiting is pretty much all on social media. and we focus on the things that people, really want to see, which is freedom, lifestyle, and family. That's pretty much the main thing that people would do anything for, to have freedom, to have a certain lifestyle and to be able to provide for their family. So whenever we posting on social media, we make sure that it's around that, where we get to show us going on vacations, where we get to show the certain lifestyle we live in, the things that we get to get, the work that we do. And when we post it, like, we don't make it seem like it's like corporate type work where you got to show up, punch in. Like, we showing us working on vacation, showing us on the beach, the balconies, whatever we at. People get to see, like, they don't have to be tied to a place to be able to provide. They don't have to give up their time to be able to get, uh, paid for it. And a good thing what we do, we actually help families, and at the same time, we able to help ourselves and our family by doing that. So it's like a full circle thing that we show on social media, and people reach out to us based off that. And then we actively, talk to people if they in different sales industries, or if they look like they, burnt out from what they doing. We just kind of soft pitch what we do, ask have they ever thought about getting into this and things like that.
Wow. So a lot of social media posting. Are you inboxing people as well?
Yeah.
People you don't
I
know?
don't act I don't really aggressively inbox people. I uh I will inbox people, but that's not like my main target when I market. It's really, I post pretty much around me and my team and things like that. And people just really reach out. Majority of the people reach out to me, but I do inbox a few people that's already like in the industry. Then I inbox them and things like that, and ask, who they with, and how they like it and things like that. And um, I just let them know what we doing over here, and to get on a call, we talk about it. If it's not a good fit, that's fine.
Mhm.
But I'm just here to share the information with you, like someone shared it with me,
Right.
and things like that. But I don't like really push on people.
Sure. Hey, listen, we got the cookie. Like, we don't need to push. You want hot, fresh cookies out the oven, you're gonna join us. If not, you didn't want dessert. Some people don't want dessert.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot
I
of
like,
people like some fresh hot cookies, so we just offering up goodies. You know what I mean? It's up to you whether you want to take it or not. So I get it.
yeah.
Um, so with that being said, I mean, what do you see as far as, well, let's go back real quick. Your ability to get people onboarded and selling. What are some of the things you're doing, and what type of lead sources are you using to get agents moving?
Yeah. What I'm doing is I do strictly social media. Like everything, I double down on social media. I got a real like solid platform on social media, and what I do, I base my content around, being able to leverage your insurance, and also being able to set your children up with policies and things like that, because that's the main thing that people care about, is how can they leverage, where they at now to be able to build wealth, and also how can they set their children up financially to be able to build wealth and things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
protect themselves. Because when you marketing on social media and you try to go with, strictly life insurance, a lot of people don't care for it, because, when people hear life insurance, they think about, they have to die for someone else to see money, even if it
Mm-hmm.
is a family member or a spouse or whatever. And don't nobody want to die or be a sacrifice for someone else to
The
be able to get money. So
sacrifice.
uh we find a different approach to be able to talk about life insurance. So we let them see what life insurance can do for them, opposed to how it could do what it's for someone else.
Got
We
it.
let them know how they can leverage it while they alive and take advantage, opposed to, hey, when you pass away, this person to be set. Because people honestly is selfish, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't really, care for that. Really, it's a
Right.
small amount that really will sit there and, want to protect other people like that. So we just go about it a different way, where people, because a lot of people don't know what life insurance can do. So we just let them know, like, hey, it's more than, you have to pass away, you can actually leverage it while you're alive.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't know that, so
That's
it
awesome,
help
man.
out there.
I love it. What do you see? We got 6 months left of the year. We're in a 5-week month. Y'all got momentum. You're recruiting. You're bringing people on. What do you see for yourself and your team? Run with Wolves from now to the end of the year.
For now in a year, our focus is at least get 4 to 5 more people that's on the team logos, and also, that red jacket is like is a one of our high priority goals
Let's go.
for us to hit Hall of Fame. So we've been breaking down exactly what it takes to get there, as far as like how many people we need to talk to, and how many families we need to help, because we understand some might fall off and things like that.
Right,
So
sure.
we've been coming up with a game plan, because that's the ultimate goal, to be able to get that, and of course the integrity thing
Let's go.
is the
You
plan.
focus, man.
Yeah, man. We highly motivated. I tell you that.
I,
All of us
I
really
love it.
motivated.
It's like you shot out of the car business into insurance, was practicing. Now you're in the big leagues.
Yeah,
And you trying to
that's
put up,
exactly how it
you
went.
trying to put up numbers in the big leagues.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went. We want to have our mark in this industry for sure.
How's it
Most
feel
definitely.
now when you were trying to get into this industry? Like, there's no way I want to be in that industry. That's for old people. I don't even like people. Don't even talk to me about life insurance. How's it feel now?
And I was just talking to my team about this the other day. I was like, man, honestly, I feel like I've been like cheated my whole life, far as like my parents not knowing about none of this, like the people in my circle, and this not approaching me sooner. I just feel like some time just been wasted, honestly. Like, this is a real good industry,
Huh?
a real good like life insurance period is good to have. The knowledge behind it is like it's not really talked about. So people really don't know. We really only know what our job tell us. The majority of people is 9 to 5. So it's like, hey, we got benefits, get life insurance, and we just get it, and that's it. We don't know anything about exclusions. We don't know anything about nothing. We just think life insurance. So
Mm-hmm.
by us just going to educate people, let them know it's different types, you leverage it different ways. I think that's the biggest thing, and
That's
that's what caught my attention, knowing that certain people use this to leverage the tax advantages and tax shelters, and to grow their money, having it in a safe space. And it just was like, man, I didn't know none of this until I came aboard here. Even at the practice company, I didn't know any of that. I only knew one type of product. And here it was like the doors is open. It's a whole new world. And I feel like I ain't know anything coming over here. Like, God, I
awesome.
spent all the time studying here, and I feel like I wasn't studying nothing coming over here. It's a lot of good information.
That's awesome. The one parting shot you'd give to a new agent that was thinking about getting in the life insurance industry, or joining Family First Life, or is already here and wants to take off, what would you say?
I would say to them, don't wait, don't procrastinate or anything like that. Jump on board, and you don't lose anything by giving it a try. That's the main thing that let me move forward. Is like you're not giving up anything. You're not paying a lump sum of money to
Mm.
try this out. Like, you literally not giving up nothing. Give it a try, and if you already here, find what you do best and just double down on it and dominate that field, that lane that you in. Don't try to do so much different things, be different people, be yourself, and dominate what makes you you. And the people will come, the team will come, the clients will come,
Mm.
but you have to dominate whatever lane you in, and don't try to jump in too many other lanes, because you'll get run over quick if you want to get out.
My man, Tri-State Trending with Melech Davis. Man, I appreciate you joining us and giving us wisdom and nuggets. I see upward trajectory like a rocket ship from here. Let's
Thank
make it
you.
happen, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everyone. Thank you.
Appreciate you for jumping on. Thanks for trending with your boy. God bless, man. We'll be in touch. Thanks, Melech.